the #2 return ace of all time, Brian Mitchell.
What's interesting about Brian Mitchell is that he never returned a kick till he got to the National Football League.
That's what I plan on doing, returning everything today.
He taught himself how to become a kick returner.
The first time he stepped on an NFL field, our #2 return ace proved to be a quick study.
Rookie Brian Mitchell is trying, of course, to impress the Redskins coaches and earn a spot on that squad.
The first time I returned a kick in the league, I returned a touchdown in a preseason game.
And a good hole right away. Mitchell Bryant, he is gone.
It would be the last time anyone messed up Brian Mitchell's name.
When you take the opening kickoff back in the first preseason game, all the coaches sit up and go, hey, we got to watch that guy.
Well, that's what you call making an early statement there, Chuck.
I guess the temptation is when that happens, probably the people that saw it and thought, well, beginner's luck. Oh, really?
Touchdown! 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 Brian Mitchell! Brian Mitchell!
He not only became good at it, there are some people that would say he became the best at it.
Brian Mitchell was the standard, really, for kick returners and punt returners because he wasn't a guy who would dance. He'd get it and go straight forward.
Brian Mitchell breaks through. Mitchell made that happen by running through traffic on 3 different occasions and making the play.
A lot of guys were smaller than I was, and they were those shifty guys. If they had 10,000 yards, they might have ran 15 because they did too much other stuff. I went straight ahead.
Mitchell will get a chance to return it this time.
Brian Mitchell is going coast to coast for a touchdown.
I think if you constantly get the job done, it doesn't make a difference how you get there. I just got the job done, you know? Mr. Get the Job Done. It got to be scratching and biting and fighting, baby, and I'm willing to do all 3 of them.
The best part about Brian Mitchell is when you saw him, he didn't have the greatest body in the world. You looked at him in the locker room and said, this guy's like the greatest return man in NFL history.
He had huge arms, thick chest, big legs.
Brian Mitchell, is he something?
He was a fullback returning punts when everybody else was a receiver or a slot back.
You know, most of those guys are, 165 to about 190. And I played at 215 to 225.
Spurt to the 40, cut back, he's gone.
He was a muscular guy, and when he hit you, it hurt.
If you tried to arm tackle Brian Mitchell in the middle of the field, he would rip your arm off.
Oh, what a great play.
He wasn't going to try and juke you. He wasn't going to try and outrun you. He was going to run through you.
And once again, bravo, Brian Mitchell.
I've never seen a return man who loved contact as much as he did. You give him your best shot, and he'd get up and say, that's all you got?
I like a fight, a legal one.
Mitchell was great because he sustained it over his entire career.
You have to show that you can do it at a high level on a consistent basis. That's why I think Brian Mitchell deserves a high spot on the list.
Hey, you're a hell of a player, man.
He may not have had those amazing seasons like Dante Hall, but he kept being one of the top return men in the league year after year after year.
Touchdown with a swan dive into the end zone.
Let me jump, baby. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Brian Mitchell! He has just set an NFL record for return touchdowns, the 13th of his career.
I mean, he retired with more combined return yardage than any player in football history.
If he's not #1, no one is. Who's #1?
Coming up, our experts aren't exactly head over heels about who's #1.
It's like telling me Dora the Explorer is the greatest cartoon of all time over Bugs Bunny. I mean, you're going to be kidding me.